Off we go. Can't raise the sail yet. Strike up a tune. Is there a seaskull among you?
Heed me, rowers, and I will tell you the tale of how I met my wife. Since many of you wonder how we berserkers could ever meet, I was young, and at a midsummer feast in Trondheim, when someone bumped me, knocking my sweet honeycomb into their mead. I was mad, but she just laughed at me. We spent the rest of the night together, sharing mead and honey, and other. But in the morning she sailed away with her fleet to Orkney. I wept and raged, because I knew I would not see her again. Then, the gods smiled on me, and I found a ship headed to Orkney that needed a rower. I climbed aboard, and for weeks I rowed. We landed, and I made my way to her father's farm. But too late. She was wedding that same day. The groom's hounds chased me away. Heartbroken, I returned to the ship and slept. Next morn, we lifted sail, and I began to row. It took an hour before I saw she was sitting behind me. I was overjoyed. Sometime in the night, she had left the wedding and snuck onto our ship. We rowed together for weeks, wet and happy. Those were happier days. Before Njal and the Berserker and my first battle. And of course, the dark deeds that later befell us.
Lower the mast! Mast up! More sail! Let's hear a story.
Soma of Grantebridge. For a time, all the eldermen of England wanted her dead. A bounty on her head the size of Yggdrasil. So she met with the leader of the South Gerwans and told their king Roth, "Say that you killed me. Proclaim it to all of the lads." Roth answered, "No one will believe me." And Soma shook her head and went, "Invite them. Here, you will burn me on a pyre for all to see." So they came, the nobles of East Anglia, north and south of Mercia of Wessex. They wished to see Guthrum's Valkyrie die. Before all, King Roth pronounced her guilty of murder and sentenced her to death. Then they put her on a boat and set it afire. Yet Soma had constructed a trap beneath the pyre. She released herself into the murky waters and swam to a bramble. Muddied and wet, she waited in the thorns for night to fall. She then returned to Cambridge as a shadow walker. She entered the city and stole into the king's chamber and took the head of Roth, shouting, "Traitors of Soma, wear no heads!" The Saxons thought Soma a ghost, a spirit who kills, a curse invincible to fire and death. What a leader, my Soma.
You Salskulls got a story.
Listen, and I will tell you the story of the first berserker. A woodcutter named Reaver, who lived long ago in Finnmark by the sea. Each day, Reaver went into the woods with his fine axe, felling trees for huts, carts, and ships for the villages nearby. One day, the Jarl, a wicked man, took Reaver's shiny axe for himself. Now Reaver could not cut wood, nor feed his family. Every day, his children's hunger grew. At last, Reaver demanded the Jarl fight him in a holmganga. But the Jarl only laughed. "You have no shield, mail, or even an axe," said the Jarl. Angry, Reaver said, "I need nothing to slay you." So So Reaver went into the woods. A boar taught him how to charm.
Raise the mast!
A bear taught him how to maul. A wolf taught him to
Sail
growl.
up!
Night. At sunup, the men fought. Grímr charged past the ship and mauled the axeman. His teeth, they sunk deep into the Jarl's throat. The fight went as it must, with the Jarl dead and Grímr a hero. Ever since, we study the art of the berserker, as Grímr taught.
Sail down!
Control yourself!
The breadbasket of Wessex, land of plenty.
I need your eyes, my friend.
Is London as dark and grubby as they say?
Not since it almost burned to the ground.
Eivor, my second favorite Norse.
Must we always drift together on such violent tides?
That is the way of things. Yet the meeting of friends is a glimmer of light in these dark days.
Ever the optimist, though. It's good to see you both.
I brought no pleasant words, only my blade. Let's see which proves more useful. Not since it almost burned to the ground. All those charred roof timbers really let in the light.
You wouldn't be the first man to fall asleep on watch, but you would be the loudest.
I did not mean to fail you, Guthrum Jarl. It was only for a moment. I was so tired.
As are we all, boy. We marched hard to get here. Still, let's not disappoint me again. You hear?
My Jarl, I'm sorry.
You must be Eivor. I've heard much of you, young one. They say you're something. We'll see.
Guthrum Jarl, Saxon Bane and Reaver of the South. I am honored to meet you at last.
Respect where it's due. I like that. Here's hoping you fight as smoothly as you talk.
Eivor hopes to rescue Sigurd from the madwoman Fulke, now ensconced in Porchester Fortress. If you wish to crown yourself King of Wessex, Porchester must fall. An alliance here serves us both.
You promised a great army, but you couldn't breach a Krone's garden with what you have assembled here.
This is not the sum of my forces. Where are the rest?
Your allies are on their way. We must be patient.
We cannot wait for them. We march as soon as we are able.
With these numbers, are you keen to see Valhalla today?
I'll not sit on my heels while Sigurd rots in that she-dog's care.
We might muster for an attack in the woods east of Porchester. But there are scouts between there and here.
Scouts I can manage. Point me at them and I will blind Fulke's eyes.
One walks the road between Briggsworth and Chichester. Another on the riverbank north of Crowley. A third keeps watch on the hills south of Croendene. But I warn you, these are all we know of. There may be more.
A risk we must take. I will find the scouts. You move the men into position near Porchester.
That is a rash gamble, Ravenfeeder. If we are spotted, we will be vulnerable.
If you want victory, come now or not at all. Every hour we waste could be Sigurd's last.
You had better be all they promised.
Eivor, need you here!
Like these two fine fellows.
What do you see, Sunan? They said there would be a scout on this hill. Be my eyes, Sunan. I smell blood on the air. Death is close. Did someone find the scout before me? Stretch your wings, Sunan. A scout patrols the riverbank north of Crowley. A scout patrols the riverbank north of Crowley. I should not be seen in this area. Focus scout. Right where Basim said he would be. This area is off limits.
God won't let us lose.
Blindside the idiot. Look at that. Follow my lead. Damn coward!
No sign of the Danes. Not sure what...
Orders from Forte. I should show this to Basim once I've dealt with the others. Shouldn't be seen. Better be hooded. What do you see? There, a scout. I've seen to the scouts. Basim and Guthrum will be waiting in the woods east of Porchester. Survey the area, Sunan.
Follow to. 4 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 to. 4
Scouts are dead, and you're safely encamped. I told you this would work.
Time will tell.
Any eye that saw you has been dimmed by death.
You are not short on confidence. That much is clear.
I found something of interest on one of the scouts. Fulk has news of Croydon's fall. She's gathering men and supplies, perhaps to weather a siege.
If she is allowed to dig in at Porchester, it might be months before we can get Sigurd out.
Do you still say I'm reckless in my haste, Guthrum?
Saxons! Saxons from the west!
I say your haste has put us squarely in the shit.
Fulke was forewarned. There must have been more scouts than we knew of.
What's done is done. Save your breath for the fight.
This place is of your making!
We kill them here, or behind the walls of Porchester. Either way, they die.
That's the way glory. And for Odin!
They're giving ground! Push them back!
The tide turns for us!
Get round the side.
We watch each other's backs! To battle!
The Lord is my strength. Outstage your welcome.
The Saxons falter!
Run them down! Trample them into the mud! Fire stick!
Let's end this.
Together, lads, we have this.
Fall back, you dogs! Back to Porchester!
They flee like rabbits.
Then we chase them like hounds. That ugly bastard's head is mine! Not if I get there first, slow arse!
Leave him. The day's already won.
skin you fight. For Sigurd the Sickly.
If Sigurd dies today,
You bear your false deities like a plague to this land. But you know nothing of those who truly decide our fate.
I decide your fate today, Saxon.
I am ready for my final journey. Let me see what lies beyond.
When you see your god, tell him I sent you.
He is dead, Eivor.
you are wounded, brother. Let me bear your brother to the camp.
He was always quicker than me.
Reckless stripling! I warned you the risk was too great!
Peace, Guthrum. It is Fulke who merits your wrath, not Eivor.
You have not seen the half of my wrath. How many of my men now lie dead on account of this glory hoarder?
Many have died, my friend here among them. The fault is mine, knowing that is shame enough.
Small comfort that is to the dead.
What happened here? Uba, Soma, you come at a black hour.
And too late to bloody our blades. Most a pity.
I hope to take Porchester with this one, but Folk is forewarned now. I have no more appetite for this. I will go west.
Go then, but know you leave me in a time of need.
What you need is to swallow your pride, raven feeder. Listen to wiser heads than yours.
Eivor?
I will hear you, Guthrum Saxon-Bane, if you wish to speak your piece.
You want your Jarl back? You must be cold as frost. Bravery is your enemy as often as your friend. We do not dash ourselves against hopeless courses. We arrive unexpected, strike swift, gather your allies, pick your moment. Then, and only then, you crush them. You can triumph yet. Go with the wisdom of Odin, the power of Thor, the wit of Freya. Go and find your brother.
Guthrum spoke in anger, but there is wisdom in what he says.
I heard and heeded. I'm not too proud to admit my mistake.
Then there is wisdom in you as well.
We will wait for our allies before the final attack. Until then, we have work to do. First, we need a new camp. The Saxons think we have retreated, but we will draw even closer. Here.
Arrive unexpected.
Erke, Stowe. Right there ahead of me. Together we'll bring them down.
Brings me no pleasure to fight my own people. But a debt is a debt. We will leave immediately.
Besides, they're men of Wessex, Alfred's folk. No brothers of yours.
After that, we should strike at Fulke's supplies all across Sussex.
Yes. If she is allowed to dig in at Porchester, we will lose our chance to rescue Sigurd.
The letter I found on the scout mentioned Bridgeworth, Guildeford, and Crowley.
They produce weapons in Crowley, food in Guildeford. Bridgeworth is a stronghold. Many Saxon swords there.
Uber, I need your axe arm at Guildeford. Soma, you and your men will aid me in Crowley.
Count on us.
I will go to Bridgeworth and take a measure of things there.
Good. I'll join you after I've dealt with the Saxon camp.
A lion's heart and a crow's cunning. Guthrum judged you too swiftly.
We have work to do. Let's be about it.
Soma and Uba, I apologize. I would have liked to offer a better welcome after your long journey.
I'm only sorry we could not be